about a year ago, I did a test drive of the e-Power Note right behind me. And that's a pretty cool little car. It's a Nissan's version of the hybrid car that gets about close to a little over 900 kilometers on one tank of gas. It's pretty amazing. Well, a year later now, and Nissan has now come out with the e-Power minivan Serena. And I'm going to do a test drive of that and give you a review and my take on that car next. Stay tuned. Alright, we're inside the Serena now. This is the e-Power. Yeah, first thing you're going to notice, I've already talked about the e-Power, how it is, how it works, if you watched my previous video with the e-Power Note. The thing though I've noticed with this van, full disclosure, I've already driven it a couple times. And one thing I've noticed a lot is it's just like the new Leaf, it has a much bigger inverter, so they've given you a lot more power. As a matter of fact, what is it? この車の XL は El Grand と同じぐらい? そのぐらいです。So it's like a V6, was it 6 cylinder? 3000cc 3.5 リッター。3.5 リッターぐらい. It's about 3.5 liter, about the same as a 3.5 liter engine. So they say that this little 80 kilowatt motor that is in the Leaf and in the Note and now in this will give you the same acceleration, the same power as the El Grand. But the trick is, because this is a full electric powertrain, you have more torque, right? Torque wa El Grand yori takai janai? Takai desu. And sugu deru ne. So it actually has better acceleration, actually. So it's a pretty nice car. Let's turn her on. And just like all the other e-Powers, this really isn't, you're going to hear some noise because I have the air conditioning on. This isn't really a hybrid in my book. I don't consider this a hybrid car. They do offer a hybrid in the Serena format, and this is what they call the e-Power format. And e-Power, oh my goodness, all the talking going on. Anyways, with the e-Power, what makes it different to me, you can look at it more like it's pretty much basically the same powertrain as an i3 has with the range extender on it. Minus it's got a smaller battery, and it also doesn't have a way to plug in. You can't plug in anywhere. It's strictly the gasoline engine will charge it. この車 is a 1.2 liter engine. The gasoline engine, 1.2 liter. 1.2, yeah, it's a 1.2 liter gasoline engine. The battery pack is 1.5, 1.8. 1.8 kilowatt. 1.8 kilowatt. Okay, so the battery is a 1.8 kilowatt hour battery versus the Note is a 1.5 kilowatt hour battery. So they both have the same gasoline engine, but they're different battery packs. Still, it's not a very big one, but you'll find out real quick that this thing, it does quite well for only having a 1.8 liter. It goes quite a ways. 結構走るね。電池だけ。Yeah, it goes quite a ways before the engine kicks. I'm warming it up right now. It's a little cold, so that's why the engine's still running. It's warming up. Once the engine warms up, it'll cut out. It's just warming itself up right now. Oil 交換はまあ大体普通のガソリン車と同じで5000キロもしくは半年。So 5000キロ would be like この車は5000キロ半年ぐらい？半年ぐらい。はい。Okay. So they're saying, wow, 本当？ノートはもっとの。まあノートもe-Powerもガソリン車も大体そのぐらいでっていうのは。Okay. 違うこと聞いたと思った。Okay. So they're saying with the oil, because even though this is just like an i3, it's a full electric car with a gasoline engine for just charging the battery pack. You still need to, every 5,000 kilometers, about 3,000 miles, You still need to do an oil change. That kind of sucks. I thought it was less. I thought it was like once a year. But they're saying they want to treat it like a gasoline car, regular gasoline car. So that kind of sucks, but in your country, Japan, oil change is a little expensive, but I think in other countries, much more reasonable, and you can do it yourself in other countries. So there you go. You just do it yourself and keep it cheap. The car is fully loaded. This is an incredible vehicle. As a matter of fact, you know how my views are about hybrids. And like I said, because this really isn't a hybrid, I love this car. As a matter of fact, I was thinking for any country outside of Japan, you know, Japan has a really great infrastructure, quick chargers everywhere, and also slow charge, you know, the 200-volt chargers as well for the, you know, full electric cars. But in other countries, not so good. Not even America. I mean, even America, that I kind of laugh. Everybody thinks that the Tesla supercharger is such a great infrastructure on the West Coast. That's pathetic. That's pathetic by, you know, Japanese standards. So something like this would be really good in those countries. I would really push right now over electric, full electric. I would push something like this. It's great, and I do feel you'll probably see in the future a plug-in hybrid type like this. A plug-in, 絶対未来の時は多分 plug-in type 出るかもしれないね。I think so. I think there will be a plug-in version in the future of this car. I'm in love with this system. I love how it works. Your fuel economy is crazy. This has a 55 liter tank or 55 liter. Has a 55-gallon tank or 55-liter tank, which isn't that big. I'll work it out and put up the numbers now. A 55-liter tank, and with that you can go about, on just city driving stuff, about 900 kilometers roughly. 900 キロぐらい. I don't know what highway is. まだ highway のことわかんないね。そうですね。はい。What do you think? 多分800ぐらい? そうですね。高速でも800ぐらいは走ると。Yeah, I think so. I still get about 800 kilometers. It's the opposite of a hybrid or other opposite of a conventional gasoline car, ICE car. ICE cars always do better on the highways and freeways because no stops and goes. You just cruise along. Car like this, especially with a small battery pack, and it really requires regenerative braking to keep from using the gasoline engine too much. Okay, it's warmed up. Good. So a gasoline car like this, it really requires e-power car like this. You need regenerative braking to get the most range out of it, so you don't have to rely on the gasoline engine so much. Can we change the charge system on this? This is a sport mode right now. I like sport mode. When I'm in sport mode, can I put it on this? I can't put manual mode on. Okay, manual mode's on, so now it's going to be completely quiet because manual mode is on. When you're in manual mode, it tries not to use the engines too much, right? Right. Manual mode の時はほとんど電池使う。そうです。Okay, okay. You also have a charge. What's this? You have another button called charge button. What does the charge mode do? 何これ? バッテリーが減ってると、車は判断してチャージしないってこうやるんですけど、もうこれは強制的にずっとチャージが早くチャージする。Okay, okay. All right, so when it's in normal mode, it waits till the battery gets kind of pretty low, and then it'll start charging back up again, and it goes back up and down, up and down. When you're in charge mode, it just keeps it charged up most of the time. It's a quicker charge. Okay, I'm having a manual mode, so it's going to be pretty quiet. It's not going to use the gasoline engine too much. It's going to be motor. Now, this car, when you're driving it, as you can see from my superimposed screen here, it doesn't feel too much different. It doesn't look too much different on instrumentation than the new Leaf. It has kind of the same display on the left-hand side, your information display, and actually pretty much all the controls too are the same. I don't have the little joystick knob, but it works the same, exactly the same as the joystick knob. This little shift lever we have here, and it even drives the same. When you're in S mode, it's pretty much E-pedal kanji, right? Kore E-pedal to onaji kanji, right? So it's like E-pedal, only one foot driving. You don't need to use a brake at all. Just use the accel pedal for start and stop. And we're creeping, aren't we? Feels like creeps down there. It is creeping. So it's not exactly like E-pedal. E-pedal やっぱりもうちょっと強くね。Okay. Oh, and it kicked in. So E-pedal is a little stronger in the braking, so on your hills you won't creep. But it's basically the same. Acceleration is incredible in this car. I haven't tried the acceleration. I'm trying to get the best fuel economy so far on this thing. But like I said, it really does handle the same as the Leaf. The controls are basically the same as the Leaf. Even the display is basically the same as the Leaf, except it's digital. On the right hand side, I have a digital display speedometer instead of analog. I've noticed with this, the compartment is much more quiet. I don't know how it's going to come out with my GoPro camera mounted on the window. It's kind of mounted to the chassis of the car. I don't know how it's going to come out with the noise level, but very quiet. When the engine kicks in, if you're listening to stereo or watching TV or a DVD in here, you wouldn't even notice because it's very comfortable. There's hardly any vibration with that little motor. Like I said, the motor is not hooked up to anything. It's just working as a generator. It's just a generator. So there's very little vibration in the car when you're using it. So yeah, it's really smooth. It feels like a full electric. You don't even realize you're driving a gasoline car, you know, hybrid. I guess they call it hybrid. To me, it's not a hybrid. It doesn't feel like it. Like right now, I'm stopped. It's completely quiet. No vibrations. It's strictly using battery, pretty much. The only problem I have, it is so quiet. It's so quiet that the noisemaker, it has a noisemaker built in. It's noisy. It's coming from here somewhere. I can hear it. It's driving me crazy because this car is so quiet. The noisemaker, to warn people outside that I'm coming near them, it comes in the cabin, and there's no way to turn it off. I don't know why, but they didn't give us an off button on this car. There's no way to turn off the noisemaker. Even in manual mode, the noisemaker is still on. It cuts out after 30 kilometers an hour, but you know, from 0 to 30, you have this noisemaker going on, and it's very annoying. I don't like that. Leaf, you can turn that off. I don't know why they didn't give you that option on this. How about the Note? Noteは消しできるでしょ? You can turn it off on the Note. You can turn the noisemaker off on the Note, but not this car. They took it away. It has Pro Pilot. It's a newer version from the previous version on the Serena. I remember I test drove the Serena with the first Pro Pilot on it. It's a newer version. It's better, but not as good as the current Leaf, the new Leaf. The new Leaf still has the best Pro Pilot out there. It still has the best one, but this is definitely a step up from the previous Serena van Pro Pilot. It's quite good. It's quite good. It kicks in quite quickly, and just like on the Leaf, if you put your knee just right here, it'll steer no problem. It's a little secret. So I don't like that mode. That's much better. Oh, I can see better. All right. So I went up a little bit of hill, so the engine did kick in, and I'm going to turn the Pro Pilot. So Pro Pilot, like I said, just like on the Leaf, it looks identical. The whole display looks exactly the same. The information display is kicking in. It's just like driving the Leaf. I'm going to set it to 43. Go a little bit over speed limit. It already sees the car in front of me. It's not steering for me. So I'm just fighting allergies really bad right now. It's not steering for me, but it does see the cars in front and stuff. It is a little bit more, I think, a little bit more sensitive. Okay, there it is. It's popped up. The car in front of me has stopped. This car sees that. It's slowing down appropriately. Another car's turning in front. Let's see if it picks it up. So far, yeah, there it goes. It picked it up. Yeah, it's much better. Yeah, it really has improved a lot. It doesn't have as much sensors as the new Leaf. That's why there are some blind spots. It doesn't have as much sonars on it. As a matter of fact, 前は2つだけsonar.
プロパイロットのやつは2つ。
Just two, right? でも Leaf は6 でしょ. Yeah, this only has 2, so on the sides right about here, kind of a blind spot for this car when the Pro Pilot's engaged. So, yeah, there you go. Let's go. But as you guys can tell, it's just incredible. It's like driving a full electric vehicle. Yeah. It's just like driving a full electric vehicle, but you don't have to stop and charge. And you don't have to worry about running out of electricity in your battery. Not with this puppy. It just has you have a gas tank, which lasts forever. I worked out with the manager over here in Japan, the running cost, you know, versus charging and gasoline, works out almost identical to the Leaf, to my current Leaf with my charging situation I have set up. So, 止まってだから見えないでしょ。
そうですね。
Leaf 同じ system.
はい。
Okay. With these cars, if there's a car in front of you but it's stopped at a light, it won't, for some reason, it won't acknowledge it. It doesn't recognize the car being there. The car has to actually be moving. The car in front of you has to be moving for it to see it for some reason. If it's stopped at a light, it won't recognize it, and you better use the brakes yourself. Yeah, that's the kind of odd thing about the ProPilot system. Now, get the speed. If they'll speed up. Get the speed. And he's pulling over. Dang it. I'm not going to be able to try ProPilot out. That truck is just too slow. Come on. I'm not getting any brakes. Coco?
Hi.
I missed out. On the ProPilot demonstration. Anyways, I did try it a couple of days ago. Works fine. I had a truck in front of me. Just didn't make the speed. You have to have a certain speed for the steering to kick in and actually to use the cruise control at all. But what I noticed is it was really hilarious when they got the car. They got it brand new. I got to try it the very next day after it was delivered. It had under a quarter of a tank of gas, and it was saying the range was on the gasometer. The range was saying what 330 some kilometers, 340 some kilometers until you need to buy gas on the car at less than a quarter of a tank. I mean, it was insane. Because it's not a very big tank. 55 liters sounds big in liters, but in gallons, it's what is that? 55 divided by 3.6. I don't know what that is right off the top of my head. But it's not a huge tank for a car this size. You know, it's sharing with battery, so it's not a gigantic tank, and yet it's still it's wonderful. It has, as far as I guess would you say hybrids go, this is definitely the best fuel economy, you know, range car out there for hybrids, for the size of a hybrid. There's other, you know, Toyota, Honda, the other guys, they have their own hybrids, but they don't get the kind of range this thing's gonna get. It's not even gonna come close to me. This thing's incredible in the range. There's that noisemaker. It's driving me crazy. So that's the test drive. I'm sorry, guys. I was hoping to be able to show you the ProPilot. But everything works fine. It's the same. The comfort of this car, the seats are so comfortable, soft. It has heated steering wheel, heated seats in the front, just like the E&V, just like the Leaf. It's pretty incredible. Is there an app? Apply aru? Like, can you preheat?
Applyない.
Applyない. So you can't preheat like you can the E&V or the Leaf. But it basically is the same system. It works the same. It's just they don't offer it for this car. It should have a preheat system on this car. It'd be cool if they offered that. But it's an incredible car. この車はだいたいいくらぐらい？この
パッケージで。
このパッケージで。
450万くらい。
Wow. Okay. Okay. It's gonna sound crazy to you guys, but keep in mind, Japan is a kind of an expensive place to buy a car, even domestic. And it's about $45,000 for this package. $45,000. It's a loose. Oh my gosh, my brain. I'm doing a loose change. You know, changing to. I can't think of it. My brain's not working. I'm doing a loose change to a U.S. currency, but it's about $45,000. Because right now the exchange rate is terrible. Very bad exchange rate right now. So it's maybe a little pricey, but the beauty of this car is it doesn't use much battery. It's a 1.8 kilowatt hour battery, but it doesn't go below 40%. It doesn't go above 60%. So the battery's going to last basically forever on this car. You won't have to worry about changing the battery pack on this puppy. And この車は電池は cooling system ある？ないでもいらないね。You don't really need it when you're only using between 40 and 60. You know, that's why you hear the engine kick in once in a while and stuff. It's only using a small part of the battery pack, so you don't have to worry about overheating and stuff. Like temperatures, if you get in the 30s, 35 degrees centigrade outside. Not going to bother this car at all. It's not going to bother the battery pack at all. It's a great runner. I am sold on it. I am a big fan of the e-Power series. I'm looking forward to all their cars switching over to e-Power eventually. This is it's really cool. It's like I said, it's just like driving an i3 with a range extender on it. But, you know, you don't even have to worry about plugging in somewhere. I think they will eventually offer a plug-in type that'll be, it'll be just like a i3. But in the meantime, you have this one where they treat it more like a hybrid, but the range is just incredible. You hardly use any gas when you go around. You know, when you're just doing your city driving, running the errands and stuff. You will hardly be using any gas because your regenerative braking is really strong on this car. It's like a one-pedal driving if you want. It has all different kinds of drive modes. You've got economy mode. You got sport mode. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun car to drive. The room inside is ridiculous. The quietness and the comfortness of this vehicle is crazy. It'll even park itself if you want to use it. It's not as good as the Lease Pro Pilot parking system, but it will park itself for you even. It's just a crazy good car. And then push, right? Oh, pull. There you go. So I hope that was good enough. Sorry about that. I'll do some more talking in a few more minutes. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. My allergies are just going crazy with the tree pollen right now this time of year. This car, this new e-Power that they've got going on here, I'm really impressed. So far, the Note was a lot of fun. It was a fun little economical, compact car to drive. A lot of fun. I'm gonna put these on. It's bright out. The sun's facing me. All right, so it's a fun little car to drive. The mileage was crazy. You go almost 1,000 kilometers on one tank of gas. Great little car, but it was a harder ride. Seats were harder, a little more noise from the engine when the engine would kick in. Just, you know, it was an economical, compact car. With this new Serena, it's much more quiet, much more comfortable. What they did is they put 15-inch wheels on it, nice big thick tires to give ride comfort. Also, they said it was for range, for economical driving as well, but I think it was more for comfort personally. And then they also they've more insulation between the firewall and more insulation there around the firewall, so to keep the noise from the engine when it kicks in out of the cabin, and did a pretty good job. You hear a little bit, but like I said, if you just listen to regular music at regular volume, you wouldn't even notice. You wouldn't even know it. It just feel like an all-electric vehicle the whole time. It doesn't come on very often, and when it comes on, it's only for, 45, 50 seconds, and it cuts out again. It's not very long. Really great car. I'm really sold on them. I really like the e-Powers. I'm going to have a hard time when I'm able to afford a new Leaf. I might actually seriously think about an e-Power minivan. It's basically the same. It's an all-electric car. It uses gasoline to charge, but it lasts forever pretty much. One tank of gas would last me, if I had that, probably almost 2 months. I don't go that far very often, and for just regular driving. For trips, it would come in really handy. But for driving around town, I only put on the Leaf maybe not even 400 kilometers a month. So I would be able to go easily 2 months on one tank of gas, maybe longer. Pretty impressive. And who knows, maybe by the time I can afford a new Leaf or something, maybe they'll have the plug-in version. If they have the plug-in version, I'm sold. I'm getting it. I hope it gets over to America soon. I hope they have some kind of e-Power car that you guys can try out, because you're gonna fall in love. It's very impressive. It's a very impressive car. It's almost identical to the Leaf on driving comfort and quietness and everything, but minus the range anxiety for a lot of you guys over there, especially in America. Especially when I had that Bolt. I had a 60 kilowatt hour Bolt, and it was a little tense sometimes when I was taking a trip to Portland from Seattle and stuff. Something like this would be a lot better because there's just not a lot of chargers available out there. Even on the freeways, there's like nothing on. Over here, we have a charger at every rest stop on our freeways and stuff. Not over in America. So it's not very convenient to have a full electric car in America right now. Not yet. And I think something like this would be a really good option. Really nice option for you guys if you're looking for an electric powertrain vehicle. The all-new e-Power Serena is a perfect fit for a big family looking for a full electric powertrain vehicle. It seats 7 passengers quite comfortably, and 6 seats have their own table and USB plug to keep your devices charged up during even the longest trips. The second row seats are captain's chairs, with the third row a bench-style seat. Getting in and out of the third row is very easy thanks to the new foot release on the second row seats, as well as a door button for the third row. The front seats are heated for extra comfort on cold days, and the steering wheel is heated as well. The Serena comes with a 2-zone climate control system with an easily accessible control panel in the back. Is the sun getting in your eyes as it sets? No problem. Just put the sunshade up on the giant side windows in the back of the van. For a little bit more money, you can get the option of an 11-inch entertainment system for the rear passengers, which will help keep the little ones happy on the longer trips. As far as exterior goes, nothing too much has changed from the previous Serena, except for some little accents near the rear wheels. The new e-Power Serena really is the perfect option for any family out there with its excellent gas mileage and superior comfort over the competition.